Good afternoon, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell, notifications every time we upload here on Nigel's Pond. Right, so today we're going to be carrying on a little update with that veg filter that I made. Upcycling, that was it, yeah, upcycling. So we've upcycled the water tank, and I do actually need to put another valve on there for the main supply going into the pond so that we can actually moderate the flow that's going into that tank. But the reason, what we were doing with that veg filter as well, is we got a few. I've put some lilies in there, and got a few other little plants. So we'll have a quick look here. So what I've got here is we've got George as well. Hello, George.
Hello.
Hello. Right, so we've got some of these. We've got some aquatic plants. I don't know how well you can see that. We've got a few of them down here. Where is it? There it is. Right, let's go on outside and have a look. Right, so the water's a bit murky at the moment because I've used that pea gravel that was in them buckets, and it was all, well, I didn't rinse it through. I didn't want to remove any of the good bacteria that were in it, so I'm just leaving that to settle at the moment. We've got a pot there. It's really hard to see. Once all this settles down a little bit, you're gonna see. But yeah, you can see I'll put some of this wadding filter floss, whatever you want to call it. I'll put a little bit over the exit, a little bit over on the inlet. You can see on the inlet where it's collecting all the dirt that's coming through. So it's actually working really well. And this morning, you can see the dirt on that. So that's how much it had collected overnight. Yeah, I've got the lilies in there. We've got 3 lilies in here at the moment. The 2 new ones that we got down in that corner there, which you can't see. We have Nigel, and in that one we've got the Wilfron, and then down here is whatever hardy one these are. Those lilies are coming on really well, looking really nice. Got some peppers along the front here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it 5 minutes, wait for this to settle down a little bit, and then those aquatic plants that I've got, we can bury them in there. So here's what we got. Tropical fish flakes. Well, my mum went to the pet store with George, and they went to get some stuff. And they asked my mum loads of questions about what she needed, and this is what they supplied her for the pond, for goldfish to go in that little water tank. So they've given her tropical flakes and tropical plants. And I looked into the temperatures for these, and they need to be, one of them, I believe this one, no, this one's quite a hardy one, so this one will be from 12 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be alright up until like October, and then that might die off. Same as these two, but this one requires a lot warmer temperature, 22 degrees. And what I think I will do is also get a small little goldfish tank water heater, so if we can get that the right temperature for some goldfish, nice little separate area in cut little goldfish in that veg filter. Awesome. Right, so let's go outside in the garden and put what we're going to put in. We'll put this one in first. So if I can open it. I don't have any nails, George. Here we go.
I have nails.
Oh, and this pot might actually come in handy for putting over a pipe. And I can use it as like a little filter. Oh, that'd be cool. So let's take it out. Yeah, that'll come in handy. So let's take this rock wool off, because that's what this foam stuff is. It's rock wool. I could just put it straight in with the rock wool, but we're going to carefully take the rock wool apart, because the thing is with rock wool, it does over time break down. It will die over a very long time. So we're just going to carefully take the rock wool off without damaging too many of the roots. If some of the rock wool remains on there, then so be it.
Yeah. What if you pull it off and then they just rip a leaf off?
I don't think they will. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
Just carefully taking off as much as I can without damaging any roots.
Yeah. That looks gross to touch.
It's only roots, it's okay. This bit's quite lucky, all the big ones. Let's break it down a little bit, get those roots out a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oxygenating plants that I wanted from the shop to put out there, they didn't have any, so that's a little bit annoying. So there's one. That'll go out in a minute, and we'll put that in. Let's have a look at one of these as well. Oh yeah, these are exactly the same in rock wool.
No, Dad, it's going to take you a long time to pull this rock wool off.
Yeah, it'll take a long time to get all the rock wool off this one.
Yeah. And wait, that's one bigger.
Yeah, I might just leave this one in the rock wool and just put it in as it is.
Yeah.
And not let it root.
Yeah, because I'm so it could
The roots will still come out through there and go out into the gravel. They can still go through it. Yeah, I'll just leave it in there. At least that one can root in properly.
Yeah.
Right.
What would you thought did it be before we did that?
Well, should we go put one of these in the pond?
Yeah.
And that one in the pond?
Yeah.
Well, in the little veg filter, then we'll come back and have a look.
Yeah.
Let's put them both in there together.
Yeah.
Let's bring you guys with us. Right, come on then. Let's go on out. Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Okay, right. Let's take these out. Let's take these out. Right. I may not talk a lot here. Let me just put this. Oh, I've got to try and squeeze over there somehow. Should we just stick the camera up here so then we can watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, the camera's not going to see it a great deal, but we stick it here. What do you reckon about there?
Yeah.
Can you see everything?
Yeah.
Okay, right, let me go climb across then. Thank you.
What day today?
Oh, what for?
We can go inside and take my jacket off.
I now finished planting these aquatic plants, and we now have ourselves a nice selection of plants in the veg filter to provide cover for when we get our goldfish. Although I'm still left feeling a little disappointed, as there's still 2 plants that I want, the Elodira densa and some watercress. So before going to a pet store and selecting a couple of goldfish, I first wanted to check the water, so I got out my water test kit. This test kit is for freshwater and marine, and depending on what water you are testing will determine how the test is to be taken. So the test proved to be very useful. I had a good level of oxygen, there was 0 ammonia, 0 nitrite and very low levels of nitrate. So being happy with this, I then checked the water temperature, and with it being 21 degrees, I was very happy to go ahead and get a couple of goldfish to add to the veg filter. So when returning home with the new fish, I filled a bucket with the pond water, and I kept the fish in a bag and I placed them in that bucket of the pond water. After about 15 minutes, I added some of the pond water to the bag that the fish were in. After another 15 minutes, I then removed them from the bucket and allowed them to float on top of the veg filter, which would be their new home. I left them here for a quarter of an hour before introducing them slowly to the new water. Bloody typical. Well, that pump down the end seems to have packed up. It seems like you get one thing done and something else happens. So I don't know what's going on there. Need to find the receipt for that, because apparently it's got a 3-year warranty or something. So yes, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Oh, nightmare. So we've got some polystyrene, just to give them some protection. And then at night I've got another piece there that I put over. There they are down there. It's a bit cooler today, the temperature, it's at 19.6. I don't know how well you can see because of the reflection, but they're down there by the plant. And the thing is that food, that tropical fish food, it floats, and the goldfish haven't come up at all to feed. So what I had to do was, I just softened the pellet up. Oh, what's he up to? Why is he flashing? Oh, that's dodgy. I had to squash a pellet and drop the pellet in, and they munched that. Oh, I didn't like him flashing then. Oh, that's not good, is it? But yeah, when we first got them, they just hid down the far end all the time. They do actually come out now and swim around. Mind you, that orange and white one was acting strange in the bag. Well, I don't know what to do about that. What do we do about that then? Still here scratching my head. fish are nice and happy. Yeah, they all come up, they want feeding again, I expect. I only fed them 15-20 minutes ago. Greedy little buggers. Right, well I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to have to go do some editing. And I guess I'll do some research into sorting out a pump down there. I don't know what pump to get. Right, yeah, that'll be for next time. Alright, well thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Stay safe.